Was you know how much racist shit I done found in this motherfucking house. But we'll talk about that later. See what live is.
Not the house of racism.
Right.
We're live.
We're live, guys.
Oh yes, yeah, we're live. Sorry. I'm also getting my squats on right now. I wait for my slow ass son to finish wiping his chair off for me.
Well, he's helping. Good for him. Happy early birthday to him.
Happy early birthday to you, Kaylin.
Thank you.
Right.
You're very welcome. Y'all
Happy
children make me feel
birthday.
like the old bitch that I am, because it feels like just the other day y'all had like small children and now you have very large children.
Right.
Oh, hey, so this is like, I know this is live, but I don't really, nobody's in here, but like next year for my 40th, I want to go on a cruise to the Mediterranean. Would you guys come?
Yeah.
I'm down.
All right, cool.
Duh.
I'll give you guys more information probably like in the fall.
I was like,
But that's what I want to do for my 40th.
Duh. Like you said, would you come? Yeah. Just got off a boat that was foaming around the ocean.
I'm about to invite like mad fucking people. I'm about to invite mad people, and I'm just hoping that my core people.
I'm coming. I'm bringing my mama. She love a cruise. We coming.
Period. You better bring her.
We just got off a cruise. It was terrible.
Oh my god, your mom and my mom are gonna probably love each other, girl.
I was gonna say,
Am I allowed to start old podcast beef?
Huh?
I don't care. What you do? All right. Hi, whoever that is.
We're here. We're live.
Thank God for daylight savings, or I have to turn some lights on.
Wait a minute. It worked out. We're here.
Okay.
Well, this is all docked up, and that's Chris and Penrose, and I'm BJ, and we're late.
I'm late. We're late. I'm on location. I don't know what's happening, and I'm just
recording live.
My house.
That's what happens when you on some important shit. When you shooting on location, that's what happens.
Chris took time out of her busy schedule to convene with us. You know, she's out on location. Right. She's booked and busy, but she took time out of her day to be like,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
She was supposed to be performing at Coachella, and she blew that off to come be here with us.
Honestly, and I really hate that I let Megan down. You feel me? Like, but
all for the love of the game. We gotta respect it.
I know you were supposed to be on stage with Post Malone, but I'm glad you're here with us.
Oh, you were supposed to hear our new song. You missed it. Okay.
We got a serious side note, but
yeah, really, I'm just in my backyard, y'all. Like, so there's that. No big deal.
Well, we have a treat for you. We watched some stuff.
Probably, dare I say, as schemy as the Tinder Swindler, if not worse.
Worse, huh? Worse.
No, it's worse.
Worse.
It's absolutely worse. I will say though, I liked this because it was not long. They did not try to draw this out and make it 8 parts. Like, they got straight to the point.
Right.
We're here for a scam, and we coming out the gate with the scam. She wasted no time.
No, she got right to it. I was like, she had this shit on her checklist or something.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, y'all. I moved over because I thought that y'all could maybe see him, but this little column is in the way. Just my fucking almost 16-year-old son filling up a damn water gun at the end of the fucking pool. Like, what is happening? You go in the house? Like, what's going on?
Listen, he's got things to do. He's got water guns to fill up. He's got things to do.
Right.
Oh my God.
So we watched Con Mum. Mum, because they're British. Mum.
Right.
On Netflix. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I think it was like an hour and 30 or so minutes. So it was a pretty
quick watch. I want to say, because I'm like weird like this, I think it was an hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah, I was like I said, it was actually a pretty short watch, but like we said before, they got right to the point.
Yeah, no, which I appreciate, honestly.
This started out with a guy whose name is Graham Hornigold. He's apparently a moderately famous British pastry chef. He was on a few shows. Looks like he was doing like one of those bake-off shows and judging.
He looked like he was
something.
like the British Gordon Ramsay to like little kids on a TV show. Like,
yeah, I was because okay, so admittedly, I do not watch a lot of like those baking bake-off show. Like that's not really my like niche show of choice. So I did not recognize this person.
Yeah, me neither.
no, not at all.
Like if you would have stuck, you know, the people that's doing the house flipping on there and told me that they were getting scammed, I'd have been able to run you down the list on the names because I love a house flipping show. So it was just not my niche. It was not my niche show of choice.
Yeah, she's not a housewife. I wasn't gonna recognize her. So.
It was like, I don't know. It was like the one. What was the ones the white people that were flipping all the houses? Tarek and Christina or something. I was like, I know who they are.
Did they like break up? Didn't they?
Yeah,
like
they got married to some other people that looked like each other. It was weird. They just went and got new versions of each other, you know, as you do.
Weird. I guess.
Not me though. I'm not.
But it's not when you one of one though, bitch. Like,
not me.
Never.
I'm not going to get a new version of my ex-husband. That's not ever.
Ew, never. Ew, bro.
Anyway, Graham, who looks like a little sweet potato, looks like a little milk dud. He's so cute.
Immediately could tell he was British. No shade.
It looked like he used to get picked on when he was a kid.
He's
like a.
Just
I can see it. I can see that.
So before we get started, I just want y'all to keep in mind the timeline for this. All of this that happens is extremely tight. Like we are not talking about years. We are talking about this pretty much taking course over maybe like a 9-month, maybe year span. Like
yeah, and 365 feels like it's pushing it.
Man,
like this was grand opening, grand closing, like 9 solid months. Maybe
that Danny man can't open again type shit. Real shit. Like listen, not only was this a very tight window and what actually happened, like imagine getting picked on all your life and then go through all of that life and then for like 9 months just to be like, damn, cuz like my mama picked on me more than anybody, cuz.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hi, Autumn. So Graham is a pastry chef, and he meets Heather, who is his partner, who is also a pastry chef. Or she comes looking for a job, and Graham gives her a job, and they start dating. Off camera, Penrose and I had a conversation about not shitting where you eat. Because it always ends very badly.
Okay,
this is no exception.
That's crazy because that's where I got my husband from. That's where I got like my current boyfriend from. But from when we were like 19. But still, I think every time I get into a serious relationship, it might be me shitting where I ate. Like that's crazy.
Well, look. The current partner's working out, so we love him. So like that's working out.
Yeah, we do.
There's an exception to every rule. There's an anomaly here and there.
You are an outlier, and we love that for you. It is very Gemini of you to be an outlier.
Period.
But if you're 19 watching us and you just went in the military, trust me, don't marry that chick, okay?
Oh yeah.
Just say.
Go ahead and get your Mustang. And
no, please.
Get your Charger, get your Challenger,
get your Challenger, your Dodge Challenger.
What's the 29%?
Your coins, King.
Your 29% APR. Don't do it.
Period. Go ahead and get your fucking no money down house loan. Like, do you kings and queens?
Get yourself
the fucking.
Just for real.
Military.
Don't marry that. Don't marry fresh out of boot camp. I know so many people that have done it. These people are now alcoholics and
all of them.
Yeah, man.
The one I know that got married at 19 is an alcoholic, so that tracks.
Yeah, bro. When you watch people get married young and they're not like doing it for the right reasons, and people like, the military.
I'd be so jealous.
Hey, listen. Some shit.
I'd be so jealous.
Sometimes you just want to be able to, use your 10% military discount at Ross. And I want that for everybody.
You know what I mean?
I know I do.
I ain't gonna front. I don't know about nobody else, but we got Harris Teeters down here. And Harris Teeter got handicap, veteran parking. And I'm like, that, bitch, I'm appreciate you. You know what I mean? It's the small things. But anyway.
It is, no, for sure. They deserve.
So Graham and Heather. They move kind of fast because Graham seems like the type of person that has never. Well, Graham has a lot of trauma. Well, Graham's got a lot of trauma. We'll get into that, but just know that Graham loves hard.
But he got abandonment issues. Let's just keep it a buck. That's 100% what it is. He got abandonment issues. He got abandoned by his own kid. What? He got abandoned by his father. Well, he got abandoned by his parents. Period.
Okay, so wait. We might as well talk about it because when he's explaining himself, he says that his dad was in the military. Was his dad in the military or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dad was in the military. Graham was born in Germany at a military hospital.
Yes.
But
then at the age of 2, he gets sent to a fucking foster home or
for 2 years. He's orphaned for 2 years.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And then
why?
And then dad and stepmom come pick him up and they move to the UK.
Right.
And he says it's painful not to know his mom. And at this point, I kind of circled it and I was like, but you had a mama? So I'm a little confused. Like, did your stepmom not fuck with you that way? Like, what was going on? And they never really explained what was going on for those 2 years he was in foster care. It's really sounding like mom was already up to shit and the it was weird. It sounded like somebody was on drugs or nobody wanted to admit this was their kid. I'm not sure, but
I don't know if we got. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I was saying I don't know what. Do we get the year that Graham was born?
70 something. I want to say.
You got to figure. All right, figure. When the joint happened, he was 45, and that was 2019, 2020.
I would say he's 74, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
November 74.
So by 1974, his mother was already another person. She had already changed her identity.
Oh yeah,
changed her name.
Yeah.
So it's very possible that she was already on some bullshit when he ended up getting orphaned, which is again. Crazy.
I mean that would have had to be the case. I mean, because don't get me wrong, in most cases, not everybody sticks together. I get that. But to see a kid, to see that the father is already married to another woman within the first year of his son being born, and then even with the kid going into foster care, when it comes out of foster care to a biological parent, it came out to the dad. The mom never. So for the mom to have no interest whatsoever, she was already on some bullshit. She got knocked up. I feel like Slim was just out there playing around one night.
She decide
to deal with the situation?
Maybe. We don't really get any clarity on what happened. Basically, just that Graham was orphaned for a couple of years, and then came out with the daddy, and the daddy was an alcoholic. Graham says that he
abusive
was a lot. Yeah, so he pretty much has been on his own his whole life, which is how we get these abandonment issues and this wanting to really have a sense of belonging, and why he immediately was like, Heather, you like pastry, I like pastry, let's have a baby and
let me fucking be your pastry chef.
It was the scene from Shrek all over again, just in real life.
Wait, what scene in Shrek?
with the gingerbread man. Everybody don't worry about it. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong shit. Anyhow, listen.
I was so this all kind of happens 2020. So this happens around the time that people are under lockdown. Please keep in mind that in America, guys, the folks were fighting for their right to not be in lockdown and not wear masks. Everywhere else, everything was closed. Motherfuckers was at home.
Right.
Here, it kind of depended on where you went because everything was. I'm in Texas. Everything was open. They wasn't really trying to fuck with that. They said, "Take your ass to fucking work," and I did.
Right. And I was.
And I was there. And I was absolutely there because I needed their goddamn jobs. So they were at home making pastries, feeding each other, growing a baby.
Mhm.
And they find Graham's birth certificate at some point, and they find out his mom's name is Hatton Hornigold, is what she, or Mahmood. That's what she puts on the birth certificate. And so they kind of go looking, trying to find her. Nothing comes of it. So, you know, they're just kind of like, well, whatever. They don't find anything. So miraculously, out of nowhere, in the middle of lockdown, Graham receives an email from a woman named Dion who is claiming to be his mom. She's pretty, you know, hey, are you this person born here in Germany about this time? If this is you, great. If this is not you, then
My bad.
Can we count the red flags as we go? Because if I found my birth certificate and your name was Mahmood, whatever, and some lady named Dion hit me.
Who are you?
With no explanation of the name change, not even, let me tell you first off why my name is different. Just, hey Slim, let's play 20 questions. My name's Dion.
I'm your mama.
I'm your mama.
And you think you so damn smart with that pastry chef degree.
Tell me why I changed my name since you know every fucking thing.
Since you know every fucking thing with the pastry chef
with
degree.
The pastry goddamn degree and everything.
Sorry. It was red flags everywhere. And so nobody, again, this is one where nobody dies, but there is a dateline that this reminded me of where a guy is murdered and goes missing. And the person that murdered him continues to email his family saying he like is traveling around the world surfing or some shit. And so he keeps sending these emails.
Maui's so beautiful, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, it's so beautiful here. I'm having the time of my life. I met this girl. We're going to get, like, just for, this went on for like years. Like, just emailing these people.
Samantha Teo type shit.
Yes, yes, just emailing this man's family, pretending that he is still alive. And so eventually the family is kind of like, nah, something is weird here. So they send him questions and are like, hey, answer these questions. If you're really our dead son, like, answer these questions. And then when the person couldn't answer one of the questions correctly, that son was like, nah, let's call the police.
That's crazy.
So Graham rightfully does try to like vet this person, right? To some degree. He's like, okay, well, answer some questions. You know, like,
what's his middle name?
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The thing about this, though, that I found interesting is that I guess Graham does not really view himself as a public figure, because if you're public enough for someone to find you online, then there are certain things about you that can be gleaned or found from that. It is not hard. We live in a very digital age. So,
bro,
and had he not had his head up his ass, he could have done that to her and find out that. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. We live in a digital age. Like, if somebody can Google you, certainly you can Google them. So
she hit that nigga with the Kanye.
Gotcha. Look, leave me. Gotcha.
Like, I just was like, that's, you know. So I mean, I feel like he tried to do his due diligence, but I think he was very hopeful and wanted this person to like be his mom, so he didn't just do enough.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
look. Let me say, as somebody who don't fuck with their mother, y'all know my personal story and all of that shit. So I'm clearly, you know, I will make jokes about this cat situation all night because that's the part of the program that we do. But to put a little perspective on it, when you don't have a relationship with your mom, or in his case, you don't have a mom, like real shit, that first inclination, like him falling for Heather so fast. You need female love. That's what that was. And yeah, him just again ignoring the fact that this woman has a totally different name and just that she can answer a few questions. And I mean, we'll get into it. But I just wanted to speak from that standpoint, like not comparing my situation to his. But when you don't have a relationship with your mom, sometimes you will be like, "What bitch you like cookies? Me too." Like they aren't even the same kind of cookies. You know what I mean?
So I don't remember, but like
you like circular desserts? Me too, bitch.
I like dessert. Like
Exactly.
so, like I don't remember if they put the text on the screen, but I because she also was going by Teresa, right? And so I can't remember if she's like telling him like I feel like that she tells him both names.
Yeah, because I remember he used
in the
both
text
names.
of this email, and that should have been like because the birth certificate says the lady's name is Hatton Mahmood.
Right.
Yes.
So now you've given a completely different set of names, none of which match.
And not only does it say Hatton Mahmood, but your last name is Hornagos and your daddy's ain't. So where the fuck this name come from? This lady, man, like
It came from the lady.
I know. I'm just saying, if you know, like she ain't been married, I mean, you can prove that point at that point. But if your last name is Hornigold, you know you didn't get it from your dad. You know you got it from this lady. But the birth certificate says a totally different name. But the email says two totally different names. Like, cause like I want my mama too, but I might not know her. That's already some. Trying too hard.
Yeah. So he reaches out to this lady, and she's like, "Hey, I'm in town, or roughly in town. I'm in Liverpool. I'm at the hotel. Just come over. We'll meet. We'll feel it out." So okay, right? Like she's not trying to come stay at his house. She's not like, buy me a plane ticket to come. So I could see why he was like, okay, this could be legit. If we meet and it's not whatever, okay, but at least it's a public place. We're meeting. It's fine.
Right.
So they drive down to meet her. And he immediately jumps into this lady's arms. And they just, like I told Chris before we started, they look like two little sweet potato variants. Just
they have, like, after watching the documentary twice, I can see some of the similarities, but a lot of people were saying that they have mannerisms that were very similar, which we may not have been able to capture in the little things that we saw. So whatever, the connection was felt right. And he didn't, as far as he was concerned, he didn't need nothing else.
Yeah, that was his mom. He felt it. Like, energy is energy, you know what I mean? Like,
the vibes was right.
The vibes was right.
So they're having a good time. So they get there. So they point out she's at a really nice hotel. Like she didn't come down to Liverpool and be like, "Hey, I'm down at the Liverpool Howard Johnson."
Not the Liverpool Hojo.
the Liverpool La Quinta.
Right. I don't know what the name of this place is, baby, but they left the light on for me.
So she's somewhere nice. And so they get there, they're having a good time, they're eating good, drinking good, or whatever. And at first she's like super sweet. She's super sweet to Heather, super sweet to Graham. So she takes Graham to the side and she's like, "Hey, I want to tell you something. It's real important. It's real serious." What does she have to tell Graham?
That she got cancer?
Yeah.
That she has multiple cancers. First of all, why do niggas always gotta have stacks on stacks of cancer? Like, why you just can't have one? Like, you already lying. So like, why are you doing so much?
Why are you trying to uno out your cancer?
Why are you trying to fucking stack draw twos? Like, what are you doing? Like,
one cancer, nigga.
Uno reverse.
Heart disease, lung cancer, breast cancer, brain cancer. Uno out, bitch.
Like why? Like, why do niggas be stacking cancer on top of each other? Like, it's already fake. Like, just ride with the one. Like, what is the big, like?
I guess because they feel like if I say I have multiple cancers, then I could have like any like number of symptoms and things going on. So then you said, like, I think if you stack it, like if you say you have all kinds of illnesses, then if I see like things that don't add up, I'm less likely to ask, because then I would have to be like an expert on 7 cancers.
Is this why niggas?
It's that 5th cancer acting up.
Right. Is this why niggas stack cancer and you be like, cuz you want me to chill with you, but you don't go to the doctor and then, well, you know I'm gonna die anyway, cuz. No, bitch, you just don't have no job, okay? And you trying to make me feel bad. Like, listen, you got
No,
shit to do.
no.
It's always fascinating to me how people like, because randomly, but I'm also like, I watch Scamanda and I'd also listen to the podcast.
Yep.
And then there's
too.
also another one, Bell Guinness or something.
Oh,
Bell
yes.
something.
The
whole
girl with the
cancer
app.
lady who had all the
Yes.
cancers and was treating them with
All
beet
of
juice like
them.
she was Dr. Sebi or something. Like it was very crazy.
That
Yeah, it's a lot.
concept.
We'll direct you to the story, because it's
But-
a lot. Like sis was on the original Apple Watch launch, like her app was, and come to find out she ain't had a lick of cancer, like no cancer.
That one was a really good one, actually. We might have to do that.
Like it was insane. But the point is for whatever reason, cancer is the go-to grift because fuck cancer. People get sad when you a lot of people know people that have died from cancer. When you say you have cancer, people are like sad for you. Like they really legitimately want to help. They feel bad. Like everyone can really empathize with that. So then when you start stacking the cancers up, they like, well, shit, I ain't gonna ask too many questions. Like
it's got to be one of them, right? Like it's got to.
You know you about to quit a job and you need a few more days off and you ain't got no vacation time. Randomly get cancer.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes you could tell them you have some maybe cancerous cells and you're gonna have to have surgery, but then they gonna get it all out. Like, I mean, you could fudge it. But they really always go like full blown cancer. I'm gonna die. And why is 6 months always
is the go-to?
Okay, so I think it's just because it creates a super sense of urgency to in this case, spend as much time as you can with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what it is. Because 6 months just sounds fun. Because it sounds different than a year, even though that's really, you know what I mean? Like, no extra time for real. But like 6 months sounds like dire. Like the fucking dynamite is lit and any minute now. Like
any minute now we over. We out this bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like up to 6 months. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
So Graham is very enamored with his mother. He's very impressed because she tells him she's got all these businesses, she's got all these properties. She's showing him videos of her doing charity work. She tells him she lives in Singapore and that she speaks like 18 languages. First of all, I can't even fucking name 18 languages. So I don't even know.
I was literally thinking about that. Like how, like what?
Like I got and if y'all mad at me and be mad, I'm so sorry. I don't know 18 languages.
Well, no, don't be mad. It's educate us.
People like to call us
15, nigga, like
uncultured swine in America because we don't be knowing what they got going on in their little other countries. But look, I don't know 18. I'm sorry. I don't know.
If I'm not mistaken, and this could be some shit that I'm making up.
Unless it's just mad different kinds of like Asian dialects, right?
It's gotta be.
Because you could do like Japanese,
Mandarin,
Chinese, exactly,
Japanese,
like Tagalog, and then even Tagalog.
Oh shit.
So okay, all right, but I'm at like 10, I think.
Still,
I just don't know that many. I'm so sorry.
I mean, you're gonna have different dialects and different this and different that, but fuck all that. Like let's keep it a buck. Some of the most impressive people we know don't know 18 languages, and I could be making this shit up, but I don't think the human brain can know more than 16. If you can even know that, I could possibly be making that shit up. Whole point.
To be fair, like he just says she knows or speaks 18, but who knows? She may be speaking like very rudimentarily in some of these 18. Like she may not be fluent to full 18. Who knows?
She might be like, my cat is in the bathroom.
But we also hear because the lady's obviously a con artist, so she may only speak like 2 languages. We don't know.
She might have just been speaking gibberish on that phone, like
right. Probably like this 3 times.
We monsieur.
We got our
There's a lot of this.
Right, we got our pig Latin French. What, bitch?
Right.
Just yelling Taco Bell items. Chalupa, yeah. See. Like just whatever.
Caliente Cantina. Yeah, for real. But yeah. So she's like, so he's so enamored with her though. He's kind of like turning into like a child. Like even in like the pictures that they're taking, like she's feeding him his birthday cake at one point. It's just for me, there's just no way that I could have gotten so close to somebody that I've never known for 45 years of my life. Like mother or dad.
That part.
Like I'm not, give me the fork, girl. Like I'm not doing all of this. Like
I would have a lot of questions that would need to be answered before we got to this.
Yeah.
So she has all these, basically she's giving the appearance that she's rich. What we find out is that she is just really an old lady version of Anna Delvey. She's definitely.
It didn't even click to me. That's exactly what that was.
This is just an old bitch Anna Delvey scam, but
she's a scam goddess for sure. Like,
she tells him that the reason she had money and whatever is because she's the illegitimate child of the Sultan of Brunei. The previous Sultan.
So she probably know Bruneians. Brunei sounds the best. I like that.
Flonase. I don't know.
But yes.
You speak Brunei.
So she's like, right. So she's like, so she's saying that she's an illegitimate, like so much so that later on she tells a story about like how her mom was getting like smashed. Like she's so deep in this lie. Like she like, and my mama hated me because she fucking gave herself to that man. Like, and none of this happened.
Right, brother.
No. First of all, like this, if somebody tells you they're the illegitimate child of a sultan or prince or whatever, like that's very checkable. Like that's very.
They're probably
checkable.
just a street rat, guys. It's probably just a street rat.
That's very. If these people are still in power, that is some seriously checkable shit. Because if you're an illegitimate child, like what? Why are they paying?
If it's not checkable, you're not broke. That's the telltale sign. If a motherfucker tells you they're illegitimate child of somebody and somebody famous and they're not broke, they probably they might. I don't know. But if they're like, come on, you're telling me that these people know and they're paying you to shut the fuck up?
Or paying you to stay your scamming ass away, I guess.
Come on.
Yeah, it's just weird. She's saying she has all, and Graham says that she's always on the phone, right? She's always got this AirPod in, very
bitty. Lots of meetings.
Yeah.
Wheeling and dealing.
Just
that baby dude.
Freaking Brunei's and shit.
I ain't never seen an 80-year-old motherfucker use Zoom so much in my life. She gotta be on Zoom.
Oh my God. Like
16 hours a day.
She's just calling everybody from this little iPhone, and he's just all these conversations, and she's just.
And let's keep it a buck. Graham, you pretty famous in your world in Europe, and nigga, you don't own 15 businesses. This old bitch owns 150. Come on, cuz.
Well,
like we gotta start picking up on context clues. Like,
but Penrose,
okay, so that's like red flag 8. That's like 6.
But when you believe that she's the illegitimate child of the Sultan of Brunei or whatever,
right.
Like anything's possible small. At this point. Like sky's the limit. Like where's 112? Like sky's the limit.
Right.
And so then, very much like Anna Delvey, like he's saying, like this was further perpetuated. Like she obviously has stayed these places before, right? Because he's saying that everyone knew her, the door people, the concierges, the restaurant. They're like, yeah, she's one of our best customers. So if you're staying at this really ritzy place, everyone knows your name. These people are saying that you're here all the time. I can see how he believed it. Right. I would not believe that she was. I wouldn't believe she was the illegitimate child of the Sultan of Brunei. But if she had a nice little nest egg, and when she travels, she liked to spend a little money, I can see that. I'd be like, okay.
You can see it. Yeah. The way she moves, yeah.
She's done well for herself. She's made some nice investments. She liked to travel and have a nice time. So I really wouldn't blink twice per se at that part. Because you got to get the money.
Especially when the people there know you and it's not because they had to kick you out last time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
right. Like they welcome you with open arms. They talking to you. They laugh and giggle and bring you champagne. So you like, okay, well, they must know her.
Yeah.
So I
and
get
you ask because this is your first time meeting this chick. So you low-key ask a couple people and they like, yeah, we know Slim. Like you said, Like niggas have said she their best customer. Now listen, I don't know if we transitioning into this, but can I bring up the cars?
That's next. Go for it.
All right, so listen. So, and the reason I want to bring up the cars is because I was asked a question that I didn't think about until after I was asked this. Right,
it's literally that simple. It's literally that simple. That's literally what she was doing.
Yes.
So we go to the Land Rover dealership, correct? If I'm not mistaken. And Graham is looking at cars, and so his mom tells him, "Hey, I want to make up for 45 years. I want to get you a present." So she buys Graham a Land Rover. And then she says, because Graham and Heather had just had their baby, and neither one of them had a vehicle. Not that part I don't get. You this famous chef. You know what? Another story for another time. Anyhow, you don't have a car. Your mom gets you this Land Rover. And then she gets what? Heather, it was a BMW. And I was talking to Hype, and she said to me, and I remember, we're talking about the fact that this lady that everybody knows her. And remember, he said when she bought these cars, he was a little perplexed. So he asked dude, like, "Hey, y'all ever worked with her before?" And she said, "Remember, dude said that like, yeah, she bought 2 Phantoms from us before." So yo, if you know this lady enough, now we know this lady runs schemes, and you know this lady enough to where she's got 2 Phantoms from you before. Who the fuck is paying on the Phantoms? Or was this like 2 weeks ago? Because I'm like,
well, but again, like Autumn said, it's a Ponzi scheme. So and there has to be moments in time where she's alone and by herself, where she is actually spending this money, right? Because that's how she's fostering these relationships, stuff like that. So those fucking Phantoms is probably paid off already off of somebody else's sweat, blood, and tears, babe. Like, I'm pretty sure, because they, again, if you delinquent on 2 fucking Phantoms, they're locking the door when they see you. Like, they're not letting you in there.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, so
No
she
way.
had to have, like, if she bought 2, she probably didn't buy them at the same time. So she probably bought 1,
right,
paid it mostly off. You're like, again, when con is short for confidence, so you definitely have to make people. I mean, yeah, the idea here is to make people confident in what you're saying, lying about, so that they keep giving you money. So absolutely, she definitely bought. She bought something. You have to buy something, so people will then start letting you not pay for things.
Yeah, period.
So 2 months after meeting Dion, Teresa, Houghton, la la la, Muhammad, whatever.
At the end of the yellow brick road, mother. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 months after that, Heather gives birth to this baby. So it's a difficult birth. She has to have like a blood transfusion. They have a son. Little daddy was trying to like fuck her up. Like, he was not interested in coming in peacefully. He came out, was like at war immediately with Heather.
I mean, his daddy is getting tricked out in the real world. He had to get out of here. Like, he's like,
he had to get out. She wasn't moving it along.
He's trying to save his daddy.
He's like, you need to get out and help. Did not help, however, because Graham's at the hospital, and the lady Dion is sending pictures of her blood in her urine, saying, "Oh, I passed blood in my urine. I'm at the hotel alone. Can you come here?" So Graham leaves his wife and new baby, and is like, I'm gonna go pick her up. I'm gonna just come bring her to the house because she needs to be with family. And I was like, you know what, Graham, I can respect this. Truly, I do not know why they didn't go to the hospital first. But he wanted that lady to love him.
He's so bad.
So bad.
Because this would have never gotten this far.
So horrible for him. And it's just like, they always say when people get scammed, it's like you don't, stupid people are not the only ones getting scammed. And so I don't believe Graham is stupid, but it's just when you're looking at this contextually, it's like you're not dumb.
It's got a stupid uniform on. He's not stupid, but he's got a dumb nigga uniform on.
Like, you ordered all the pieces. Like, you paid extra. You have like authentic, like, stupid person socks on. Like, I don't know. You bought the hat. Like, it's crazy.
Like,
it's a lot. So,
but again, like y'all said, she's proven She's proven at that time everything else. You just kind of want to believe if a motherfucker's like,
Yeah.
and we got to keep it a buck. Right now, if one of us called with some very extreme extenuations, like some crazy circumstance, we're not gonna second guess the other person. And I think that's what it
Right.
boils down to. Is he wanted a mom so bad that that
Yep.
shit did look real stupid, real the timing, all of that. But yeah,
but again,
I
also,
agree.
who sends you pictures of their fucking bloody urine and you think that they're lying to you about that? Like, that's also it.
Because why would you be doing that?
Like,
Right.
what world would you? Yeah, like it's just like I again, like the red flags are there, but they're like pink, like they're pinky because like yeah,
They're
because
red flags, and he has rose-colored glasses on. That's what's
There
happening.
you go.
fair enough.
There you go.
So he moves her in, and it obviously is a nightmare because he has an Asian mom and a white partner, and them is two cultures of
And
people
they're
who do not have it's no agreement in parenting. It's no agreement in baby rearing there.
no,
Just none of that is aligning. There was no alignment in their spirits.
no,
Heather was like,
no.
this lady's trying to tell me how to raise my baby. She don't want, like I just want to enjoy my baby. And to be fair, I don't got no baby, but in my mind, I was thinking, girl, that is free childcare. Like shit's expensive, ho. Like you need to let her have that baby. Like just get the baby and go take a nap, girl, because shit's gonna get bad. And now you're gonna wish this lady was here.
Real shit.
This is all part of her ploy, again, to just very rapidly, like, really, like, entangle their relationship. Like, she's already, like, knowing that he's super thirsty for the relationship, and now to dangle the fact of, you just found me, and you're about to lose me again. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, that's what that's about. It's crazy. It's crazy, but that's what that's about.
To which the answer is take you to the hospital because you have blood in your urine.
So, girl, what's happening? And that wasn't like a drip, like it was just like you straight blood.
Looked like she had poured an entire bottle of fruit punch into the toilet. So, like, yeah, that's not a little urine. No, that's a serious problem.
You just want to lay down?
Yeah, that's it.
Like you need a snack or something, girl? What's wrong? You
need some ginger ale.
You just want some
little ginger ale.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, he brought her back this flat, like, and then like the baby got there, she was fine. Like and this is I guess again, there's the red flag because she had all of this blood in her urine, and then they just went to his house and like kicked it, like just 2 months, like just.
She was so sick and weak at the house and got to his house with the rerun.
Like, yeah.
Like, I'll hold that baby. Like,
like she's on video talking about the baby's not going to cry. I'm going to be up with the baby all night, every night. The baby's never going to cry at night. And I'm like, weren't you just about to die, lady? Like,
at this point, she got about 4 months left. So
the baby was gonna be up crying. Like, she talking about the baby ain't never gonna cry. And it's like, ma'am, don't you think you need to be resting, or I don't know, not breathing your cancer breath on the baby all the time? I don't fucking know. It just was a lot at this point. So again, this very shortened timeline is very crazy, right? Because like 2 months in, Heather gives birth to this baby. She claims she's sick. She comes and stays with them for another 2 months. So we're at 4 months of like 6 months at this point when they start talking about going to Switzerland. Right. Dion concocts this wondrous tale about how they need to go to Switzerland because that's where all her banks are and she's going to die. So they need to go get her affairs in order.
And it's not just get her affairs in order, but put his name on everything, right? She was giving it all to him. All of her businesses, all her fucking sugar cane and fucking whatever the fuck, like
jungle
all her
fruit
fucking
trees, her
banana boats, like
yeah.
Her adult daycares, all of it was going to
all
him,
of that.
Like, you know what I mean?
All
like,
of that.
Yeah, everything was going to him, which I will just say, I don't pretend to be like a legal expert, but these are also things that you can do in estate planning that do not require you to have the person present, nor do they require you to go to Switzerland in most cases, just so we're all aware. Like you two can have a will where you leave all of your shit to your children. does not require you to go to Switzerland.
At
Just-
all.
Oh damn! Because I
Just-
had already told them that they was probably gonna have to go to Switzerland. That's crazy. Like,
That's crazy. Like,
No,
when
there
are
we
y'all
go.
going? When y'all just gonna like go for the summer, or like y'all just gonna chill it out?
to get my affairs in order.
Get your affairs in order. Say you got.
Period.
Listen, VJ. When you have children, VJ, you will understand. And when you have children, the government.
You gotta go to Switzerland.
Does, the government gives you discounted tickets to Switzerland so you can go and talk to your kids about your affairs. It's like every 5 years.
But everybody has to go to, but you all have to go to Switzerland to do this, right? Like everybody.
Everybody.
And you do.
Your mom went to Switzerland. You didn't even know.
You don't even remember. She took you.
I was like, let me get a pin. So where in Switzerland do we go? Like where we?
What was the name of that?
Where do I pick up my fortune? Like,
yeah, like where does it? Do they just give it to you in like bonds, or how do you like get it?
You only get it on days that the banks are closed in rooms that we don't normally use.
So yeah, they're in Zurich, they're in Switzerland. They get there, they're staying in these really nice hotels. They're moving everything over. Well, pastry chef Graham has a friend named Juan who lives in Switzerland. He's telling Juan, like, hey, meet my mom. We're about to go do the damn thing. I'm about to be rich. My life is about to change. We about to go do all this. And he was like, Juan, you my bestie. I'm in town. I want you to come along with me to like see my mom give me money. And Juan was like, well, fuck, I don't got shit to do.
Yeah, right. Niggas Thursday for me, cuz.
What?
Juan's like, okay, I mean,
what's the move?
That nigga said I was gonna smoke some weed and watch Bulldogs. Nigga, I'm game.
It's like I did probably need to make some pastries, but I feel like my boss will understand. Like it's fine.
Drop the low.
They will use yesterday's desserts today. I'm gonna be okay. So they go to the bank, and like Benrose says, they go upstairs. Like they're in the part, like the bank's closed. They're in a part of the bank that the rest of us cannot access. We'll never see. We'll never sniff.
Right up there.
But what is she going up there for? Like,
that is a part of this that is just not answered at all. And that's what I started noticing. So every time they are in Switzerland, her banker and her lawyer are always present.
Right.
But they always have these people's faces blurred out in every photo. They are not in any of the interviews
that means they had to be real people. They had to be real people.
Yeah.
So they're real people, but we don't.
They have to be
names.
right.
Yeah, like they're real people, but we don't know their names. We don't find their faces are not shown, and they don't have any interviews in this. So basically, I don't think they got scammed. Interviewed.
I don't think they got scammed. I think what y'all said earlier, I think certain people she knew she had to pay in order to keep this scam going. So the banker, the lawyer. You know what I mean?
At the end of the documentary, there is some on-screen text that says basically that the lawyer and banker had no idea what was going on.
Right.
So they've been involved.
So then does that mean that there was money there? Like that's what I'm saying.
Had to be. Yes. I mean, because think about it. Like even.
So then, what was they fucking pussyfooting around for? Like, where was the signatures? Like, why was it taking so long?
I mean, I think when you use it, probably wasn't her money. It probably still was money being funneled through. Because think about when she came to stay in the hotel, and we find out when she first meets him, the $15,000 that she blowing because of some other investments. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm sure like she was probably having to keep those people believing shit. And the banker and the lawyer, their job is simply if you funneling them money and there's business on the table.
What did people used to say? Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
If it's business on the table, they're legally not lying. So they never had to close any deals for her at all.
Autumn, I don't disagree with this, just solely on the fact that, like, yeah, I could see that. I could see them, like, maybe, like, getting some kind of, like, take on it. Like, every time she need a meeting, like, you know what I'm saying? She send them some kind of money, like, something. But, like, with the hotels and stuff.
Scamming people. I think that she had enough money to retain their services. There was always some money at play. So they just assumed.
They was getting a bag.
everything is legit, right? She's paying their retainer, she's paying whatever fees are owed to them, so they're good for whatever it is that she needs. But it almost seems like she had a lawyer and a banker, and they were just kind of kicking it too, having dinner and shit, enjoying her paying for shit.
Right.
But just like that's kind of what I took away from it. They're real people, they have real jobs, but a lot of times she was just like inviting them to fucking dinner.
Right.
Right.
But
that's true.
They're upstairs in these rooms having these meetings, but nothing ever gets signed. And so they're up there, and he says, well, it becomes pretty apparent that she has all these assets and all of this stuff, and it's going to take a while for me to understand the assets and for everything to be gotten together. And I'm just confused, because if you have a banker and a lawyer on retainer,
what's taking so long? Okay, so remember you mentioned the best friend. So the best friend comes, he's going to dinner, they're at a fucking amazing fucking place, they're fucking drinking bottles and bottles of wine, like they eating caviar, like they're fucking living it the fuck up, like real Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? Like, but right, so they're sitting down and she looks at Graham, her son, and she goes, how much do you think I should give your friend? And Graham's like, I don't know, like 3.5. And he like, his friend like, 3.5 what? And he's like, million. And she's like, oh, yes. Because basically, like, I guess this is like because he treated, like, he was the best friends with her son while she wasn't there, maybe. And whatever. So then she's like, oh, better yet, like, I'm gonna buy you a house. Like, and they go out and they're looking at like these sprawling fucking mansions and like crazy fucking locations where this nigga is looking around like, what? How am I gonna keep up with all of this shit? Then she ups the amount that she's gonna give him to $7 million so you can upkeep, because you know I fuck with you, right? But then she also, at some point, Graham goes to the bathroom in one of these conversations, and to me it feels like she hit him with one of these. I don't know if that happened or not. But she was just like, hey, you know, if niggas give you stuff, you're supposed to get them stuff back. And so she's like, basically, she fucking patting his pockets, and he like, oh, I ain't really got nothing. And she's like, oh, okay, well, don't tell Graham about this. And then at that point, obviously, thank God, the friend is like, bitch, what? That's crazy.
And it's very crazy, right? Because she's like, when someone gives you something, you're supposed to give them something back, but she hadn't given him anything.
No, nothing.
Like y'all said,
that's the part that I guess was very confusing. Like you basically, y'all are doing House Hunters Switzerland, and you have not picked a single house, you have not signed a single thing, you have not deposited a single quarter in this man's account for these homes, and now you like, oh, I'm gonna need a little change from you since I'm gonna give you some money.
I mean, because he knows her money tied up, because that's why they in Switzerland. So like,
because it's COVID, you know.
Yeah,
but that's another thing though. Cause
I don't know. COVID ain't never had none of my money was moving just fine. COVID ain't had none of my money fucked up. I don't know.
Nobody's shit was that tied up. My shit tied up, but I'm with the banker every day. My shit tied up, but we eating every day.
Every day. And the banker can't, and I'm paying you, and you can't get on the phone. You can't get on then you can't go into the building after hours and go up to the 13th and a half floor, like his waistline storage or whatever, and make some
getting paid if my money tied up. Like this nigga grandma paying attention to shit, cause like how we flying to all of these places? How I just bought you this motherfucking car? How I'm paying the banker? How I'm about to put the down on your friend's crib? All of this shit, but my money tied up.
Right.
And then the whole thing about give me something, I give you something back. I mean, I know we're gonna get into it, but that seems to be a principle everywhere in the money world. At least that ain't in America, where that, you know what I mean.
It is very culturally specific. And I think that is it's not like I'm not doing a racism, but it is very
it's an Asian culture thing.
Like it's a very culturally specific thing to Asians, where like you gift people things. If you go to someone's house, you gift. If you if it's a holiday, you're gifting. Like you don't show up to places or things empty-handed.
What I was thinking, yeah, for sure.
And so if someone gives you something, you give something in return. It just is the way of things, and that obviously does not transpire in America. Some of us were raised right, and I'm not going to come to your shit empty-handed. the rest of everybody is good luck and do what you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're going to show up with a bottle of E&J, and then when nobody drinks it because it's E&J, they're going to take it back to their house. Just so you're aware.
Like that. Oh, I hate it like that.
I'm just saying, like, not everybody's, they're not coming, or like you say, hey, bring some food, and they was like, oh, I didn't bring anything. I did get some styrofoam cups.
Listen, if you bring some mac and cheese and don't nobody eat it, yeah, take that shit back with you. But if you bring a bottle, do not take a bottle back out of my house. Like, if you bring a bottle to my house and you try to take it back because ain't nobody drank it, just don't come back to my crib no more. Okay?
It's very rude, but it's very indicative of
it is very rude.
So yeah, Juan is like, nah, Gigi. So Juan, she's like trying to shake Juan down while Grandma's in the bathroom taking a piss, and Juan is like looking at her, and he's like, "Girl, you didn't give me anything, so I don't have anything for you, sis. I am a pastry chef. Like, I don't got no money." So she was like, "No, give me some money," and he was like, "Nah."
Right.
Nah, I hope this helps. I'm not going to be able to do that.
Right.
At all.
Meanwhile, this is month 4 of 6 of knowing this lady. They have fucking abandoned Heather. Like, Heather is and the baby.
This trip was supposed to be a week long, maybe? It's 2 months later.
It was supposed to be 2
months later.
And then it was 2 months later. And then he came home for Christmas. Now, I'm glad y'all brought that up. Hey, as a father, I can't speak for as a mother because I ain't never pushed my baby out. But as a father, and you have a son, cause ain't shit in the world making me leave my newborn. Nothing.
Not even your mama that's about to die in 14 days?
No, you want to know why? You want to know why? Nah, Slim. You want to know why?
You got a lawyer and a banker on fucking speed dial. These motherfuckers breaking bread with you every night. They could fly to like them motherfuckers could be. They in Switzerland. When they at the dinner.
My whole thing was about it was.
Didn't nobody have to go to Switzerland? Didn't nobody have to go?
Nobody. They was at the
dinner. COVID, y'all.
They was at the dinners with you before Switzerland. We was COVID. Like you just said, we eating together every day, chilling. And then that's another thing. Your mama money tied up. But everywhere she go, the banker and the fucking lawyer show up. Them niggas got that much time on their hand, and they just like, oh yeah, you
just kicking it with an 80-year-old lady for no fucking reason. She's got to be paying them. They almost are on retainer. Yep. They got to. Something's up.
That's what I'm saying.
They're in Switzerland. They're like having dinner with other people that have actual money. So, and then the part we left out. So Heather, who they've abandoned with this baby, she's doing what you do when you have joint accounts. She's checking on the money, and she realizes that there are some transfers going on. Graham has given Dion like 20,000 pounds for like hotel fees. The pound is a bit stronger than the dollar, so this translates to a few more dollars. So it's like 20,000 pounds and probably like $25,000 roughly. For these hotel fees,
$26,350.30.
Okay, quite a bit stronger than the American dollar. Sorry. A few years ago probably wasn't quite that much, but
no. 20,000 pounds equals 26,350
American dollars, because the pound currently is stronger than the dollar. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So
shout out to Brexit. But anyhow.
So basically, if you as an American go to Britain and want to hang out, and you're like, I'm going to take my $26,000 and convert it to pounds, they are going to give you $20,000. You're just getting less money back. So they meet some other people, Marcus and Junyan, who are guests at the hotel, and they have some type of business. I forget what it is that they're looking for investors for.
It basically sounds like
some
Amazon.
Type of startup.
It sounded like Amazon.
Yeah, it was like luxury
upstairs stuff,
luxury items or something. It was like Poshmark. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was weird.
That's what it felt like.
It was like Poshmark and Amazon had a baby, and then Marcus was like an artist too. So basically, like she's sitting there drinking champagne with these people. acting like she's on Shark Tank, talking about, yeah, I'm gonna give you 2.5 million francs for a 20% share of your startup or whatever. Then they meet another gentleman. What's his name? Pang? They meet Pang.
Mm-hmm.
Pang is there because she's also promised some other people that she was going to invest millions of dollars in their medical business because they specialize in cancer treatments. And so they were like, hey girl, we're gonna also, let you have these cancer treatments for free. Because they're based in Switzerland. And she was like, no. And we're gonna get back to why she said no, but she starts asking these people for money too. So keep in mind, she is asking everyone for money. She is trying to shake down Juan at this point, and now these people that she's just met, and they're calling her grandma. And so basically, she plays into this Junyan being. She plays into Junyan being Asian because she knows that she understands the culture. So she immediately like hones in on this poor girl, and it's like, well, you need to buy me things. They bought her like hats and $8,000 coat. They buy like $10,000 worth of champagne, and she keeps telling everybody,
Lucas this bitch.
And she keeps saying, "Don't tell Graham. Don't tell Graham."
They did. She had that coat. She had that shirt on too, didn't she?
Yeah, bro. They Frank Lucas
She having that shit on for old lady.
She put that shit on. Like she was. But how do you look at somebody you just met and be like, yo, you should buy me this $8,000 coat? Like I fuck with you so hard.
You can't have no shame. Shame and cons don't go together. That don't.
Right, you right. I done fucked with you so hard in these last 24 hours and 32 minutes.
Yeah, you just gotta go for broke, and either they say no and you move on like Juan, and you don't try to shake them down anymore. You see what you can get.
Right. I feel. Just don't tell Graham.
I would say So no one is telling Graham that this lady is shaking them down for money. Look, she is borrowing money. Hey, can you give me some francs? Can you give me some money? Can you buy me this? Like, she's shaking everybody the fuck down for money. And everybody's like, she's like, just don't tell Graham we talked about this.
Right. But then
at one point she was telling Pang and the couple that Graham was stealing from her.
Yeah.
And so that was another way for them to try to get money out of them.
Right.
Because it's just a fucking mess, bro.
While Graham is in her presence, is
hanging out, eating caviar, having champagne with them, taking care of his mom. Meanwhile, she's like, he's stealing all my money. It's very crazy. I don't know why anybody would, and I'd have been like, so why is he here? Do you want me to call the police? Are you being elderly?
Right.
Like,
why do you bring him here?
Like, this is
got the bread.
Crazy.
Like, this is financial abuse. Like, why is he still here having dinner with us and you're being financially abused as an elderly person? Like, I can call someone for you.
No,
like, it just was all very weird that everyone believed her bullshit.
But then, what money was he stealing if it was all tied up because of COVID?
We'll never know. Maybe he thought she's putting on credit cards or something. I don't know. The money tied up.
Spending us all. She was
spending us all. I don't know why you coming in here doing all that hooping and hollering. Are you okay? Like, you seem like you're having a problem. You good now? Okay, thanks. The dog is down here having a moment. I don't know what the fuck she got going on. She don't know either. She's came in here hooping and hollering. The late, I just, I don't even have words. Like this is crazy to me because why are you? You're just shaking everybody down for money. Like, it is just very crazy to me. He's like, don't tell Graham. We don't got no money. They're helping pay for hotel bills. Graham is wiring her money. Like, she is just in the throes of this. And then
the wife is seeing all of this. Like, she can see a lot of this stuff. And is this when she like reaches out to the best friend?
Yeah, like, he goes home for Christmas, and I thought it was which Penrose brought up, and I thought it was so interesting because he was talking about how they had a great Christmas, and she's like, that was the worst Christmas I've ever had. Worst
Christmas of her life, which is crazy.
And it
shows you. But it shows you like how warped his fucking brain is, like, because of his mother. Like, so he's like, they should, like, I guess he was just thinking of like, they should just be happy I'm home and I was happy. It was a good Christmas for me. so it should have been a good Christmas for everybody.
Yeah.
But they argued about her mom or about his mom in the middle of the night. So
yeah, like 4 in the morning, cuz I'm arguing with you about your parent. You ain't been home in
that's
2 months,
crazy.
cuz. It's wild.
Crazy.
Yeah,
work.
it was a lot. Girl, you cannot drink that. Move, alcoholic. Move. I don't. Okay. So she wants to go to see her family in New Zealand because keep in mind they live in the UK. She is not from the UK, so she is there. Heather effectively has went to UK to kind of like live her dreams, become a pastry chef. She's there. She has met, married, and had a baby with someone in like less than a fucking year. None of her family is there. This baby, she's in lockdown. None of them have seen the baby. None of them have seen her. And then her husband jets off to go like play footsie in Switzerland with like I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
Well, so the reason why he doesn't go this time though is because she basically says it's any day now. Like I could drop dead in the next 48 minutes, 48 hours, 48 weeks, Lakers in 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so the trip is supposed to be 6 weeks in New Zealand so that they can meet her husband. She can spend time with their family. She can, they can see the baby, blah, 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 blah. The thing about this that I find very confusing is that she's trying to book tickets for them to go. Why does the mom not also book herself a ticket to go to New Zealand? Everyone can meet everybody. This is perfect.
Yeah. Because you clearly not getting no money moved around in Switzerland, so bitch, take a trip.
Right.
You love getting on the plane. This is a prime opportunity to go enjoy New Zealand, see somewhere you've never seen, meet your,
scam somebody you haven't scammed.
Scams you that have never been scammed before, as our president likes to say. So like, girl, you have space and opportunities. So many opportunities to run brand new scams on a fresh market of people, a fresh population. Don't know shit about you.
But the cancer is only letting her like frolic in Switzerland though. So
between Switzerland and UK, it's just right there. She can't go anywhere else.
It's like cell phone service.
It increases power outside of the service range.
Yes. To lose her whole signal.
Yeah.
The cancer signals boost up if she leaves Switzerland.
Exactly.
Also coupled in this is she keeps telling, "Oh, Graham, I'm in so much pain. I just want to end it all," and trying to like fling herself off the balcony and all kinds of ridiculous shit. And Graham, and that's like abuse number 1. That's like manipulator 101. Like, "Oh, you want to leave me? I'm gonna take all these pills. Oh, look at me. I'm gonna kill myself." And then you really have to double down and be like, "Well, do it, bitch, because I don't have time for this." Like, that's a horrible, it's a horrible stance to take, but you have to when people are trying to be manipulators. He just doesn't know she's a manipulator.
Yeah.
But normally, suicide is a very serious thing, but like people like to use it as a crutch and like pretend like he's a scammer. So I don't feel bad in this instance. Like, this is a way to run game. But she wants him to stay in Switzerland because she needs him to keep footing the bill for her stay in Switzerland.
Right.
Which is crazy. Just go home. Like, bitch, just leave.
That's my biggest thing, because it's like I get it. At some point though, we gotta turn our brain on. I get being just overwhelmed and happy and Christmas time and all of that shit. But also we gotta pay attention. 6 months is here, 6 months is coming gone.
Yeah.
And then too, on the flip side, if everything I tell you is VJ, don't tell Chris. If everything I tell you, we sitting together, and then every time she leaves, it's like, don't you tell her, come on. Like, some don't say, hey, something wrong with this nigga Penrose.
Because I immediately did the next time you leave, be like, Chris, this nigga keeps asking to borrow money, and then he keeps telling me not to tell you, but he's borrowing money. Like, do you think, like, I think we need to have an intervention? Something's wrong. Like, you're like, that's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
I mean, honestly, for his friend to like have never said anything until like it was time to say, like, till way later about her fucking patting his pockets, like while he was in the bathroom. That's crazy.
It's very crazy.
That's like you sitting on the couch, VJ, and somebody's boyfriend just fucking fucking grabbed your titties or some shit. Like while his girlfriend's in the bathroom, or like a bitch like just grabbing your shit, like while her dude in the
niggas
bathroom.
just go on.
Like
what? Don't say anything. Like,
don't tell anything. Don't tell anybody.
Then grab your titties and they look at you like, bitch, you know it's her play, right? You got the 2 hearts, what you doing? Like
it's just nothing happened. And it's like, again, and I say this, like, hey man, if y'all meet my mama and I go to the bathroom and she starts shaking you down for money, when I come out the bathroom, you better
be giving it to her. What are you talking about?
BJ, your fucking mama's out here begging. Like, your mama's out here begging. Like, who needs to tell me immediately?
Because then I'm gonna look at you like you a liar. Because if we out here and as a group, me, you, your mama, we balling out of control. But when you go to the bathroom, your mama like, yo, we broke. As my friend, I'm be like, bitch, what is wrong? What
are you okay?
Why you got your mama out here like that?
Why you got your mama out here spending all this money and you broke, bitch? What is wrong with you? Like, immediately. Why is your mama begging for $40? Like, immediately.
Bitch, we just popped 3
I'm
bottles
literally
of
holding
Cristal.
you like this. Like, bitch, why? Like,
we just popped 3 bottles of Cristal in this dinner alone. What the fuck are we doing?
Listen, my mama holding up 2 fucking bottles.
Can they reclose it? Can they close this bottle? Like, we don't even take
we taking pictures with rappers and shit. You broke.
Listen, she said she hold 2 fucking open bottles with sparklers and shit on the top, and she just asked you for $60 minutes ago.
She just posted on her stories on the money phone, nigga, and she's like.
Okay, so they keep showing pictures of this lady, and she absolutely was doing like the money phone, spreading the money out, like, which is why none of this makes any fucking sense.
Stop.
Why was this bitch 80 on IG? Why was this 80 on IG?
She said, you see the ring?
She had the ring. She was like,
oh my god. Damn, what up, baby?
Y'all, she is fucking 80. She is so old. She's like,
she said, hello? Money calling. Like,
if they was in the club, she would have had a fucking section with one of those obnoxious ass fucking I don't even know what it is. I went to Graham. I love him so much. I don't even know what the fuck to say.
I went to a fucking Spanish club on Saturday, and every time somebody bought a bottle, he was like, botella, botella, botella. And I was fucking dying. And the bitches with the sparklers like,
guys, imagine her goddamn club with bottles. Oh my god. Oh, so then we find out. So Ping, basically, like she really fucks Ping up. Like, basically, she's supposed to be investing $60 million into these people's thing. So as a show of good faith, they're like, oh, we'll give you a little spending money, a little change.
Right.
But so this thing that Ping is like the liaison for, it is a groundbreaking cancer treatment that they were willing to give to this lady for $3.99. If that wasn't the biggest red flag, because what do you mean you not? What do you mean you good? Like, what do you mean you
got 4 cancers?
She said basically
48 days to live. Like,
she's like, I'm gonna die regardless. So just give me $50K.
Don't worry about me. Just give me cash.
Just let me ball out these last 12 days of my life.
Let me just enjoy it. So yeah,
but how are you asking money from people that you're supposed to be investing money into? It's not making sense. Like, because if they have the money to give, if they got the money to spend on batallas, then like, don't they have the money to fund their own shit? Like, I'm so confused.
My money is tied
They have $60K. They don't have $60 million. So they're like, you got to spend money to make money. So they're like, fuck it, we'll front her $60K if that's gonna get her access to her $60 million. It's very nice.
And again, she Asian, they Asian. She playing on their own stereotypes. I got this $6 million. Run that $50K.
Right.
60.
What up, Carl?
She's gonna get him 60 million.
60 million.
Not 60,
60 million.
I got that 60 million for you. Listen, all you gotta do is don't tell Graham.
Meanwhile, Graham
Meanwhile,
is opening
like a
up
Batman
all manner of
episode.
motherfucking
Meanwhile.
credit cards.
in his name,
in his
for
name,
his mother.
Graham got all kind of Visas, MasterCards, American Express,
Green
Bank
Speed
Credit,
Potato
Bank
Chip.
One, whatever cheap,
All of it.
with just anything that'll give
Green
you any
dot.
type of credit. Yeah, he got a green
The
light.
Rush card.
He got a rush card. He got
The baby fat card for sure. He opened that up for her.
guy with the little baby fat cat on. Yeah, like he just
Yes.
he's opening any kind of card that he thinks he can get like money on. Because at this point he's in like $100,000. Like,
And remember those cars that she said that she had paid for? Also, the wife started noticing that he was paying the car notes for the cars that she supposedly gave them. That was upwards to like $150,000, I think she said, worth of cars. Like,
and
that he now paying
Graham,
for.
Told Graham that she paid him in cash and put him in her name. Oh, no, paid him in cash. So when he put him in his name, he thought they was paid in cash. When all she did was put down 7 racks.
So this is what he
You're
told
financing that.
So this is what he told. That is the story he told Heather. Graham was fully aware that she did not pay for these cars in full. That is the lie that he told Heather.
He had to be, right? He had to be.
Because he brings up the fact that he was like, well, you know, she had just met me, and what if that didn't go well or we fell out? So basically, she put down payments for these cars. I put them in my name, but she was supposed to be paying the monthly notes for these cars. But that was just because we didn't really know each other very well. And what if it went south? He says this out of his own fucking mouth while we're sitting there talking about the cars. He knew full fucking well that they were not paid in full. He just told Heather that goddamn lie.
I feel you. Yeah. She paid for 2 Phantoms. She should be able to pay for
that honestly would have been my 13th motherfucking reason. Because Heather's a much more sane, collected, better bitch than I will ever be. Because if I see some car payments coming out and then I ask you what happened and then you got to backtrack on that big ass lie you told, bitch, I'm flying to Switzerland with that baby strapped to me to punch you in your goddamn eye socket.
Boom, bop, bing, bop, boom, bop, bang.
Bop, bam. Type of shit I'm on. You need to understand, nigga.
Right.
Like, we are pastry chefs with a baby, ho. We are poor. Like, what the fuck do you mean we have $300,000 in credit card debt?
Again, guys, remember that we're talking about within like 9 months.
Like, he went from having good credit and not really having any credit cards or anything to having enough credit cards to have racked up $300,000 in credit card debt. I cannot
At what point do the credit card companies start talking to each other like, don't send this nigga another card?
So they don't.
Right.
Like,
they're like, that's your bill, not mine.
Very honest, from a finance perspective, they don't, unless you don't pay your bills. So if you open up, so let's say you have really, really good credit. So then you open up credit cards about the same time around each other, because they do like a small, like an inquiry on your credit, but it's only a few points. So if you have really stellar credit, you could hypothetically open like 5, 6, 7 cards before it did like enough damage to your credit for non-payment for you to like notice, like, no, these people won't give me another credit card.
Yeah.
Like, you really could get some very good, like, high rate, like high limit credit cards before anybody would notice. And because he had decent credit, or really good credit, it would seem. Because remember, the mom bought the Phantoms, and she had to have bought the Phantoms outright. And I say that because she paid the down payments, but they still allowed him to be the financer on these loans, which means it's his credit that's taking the hit if they don't pay.
Right.
So from jump, like, she didn't put her name on anything.
Because why would I?
because
think
I'm
mom
running
got
a
about to
business,
die.
and the car should have been indicative of that. Because even if somebody gives you a car as a gift, they either pay for it completely or they say, "Hey, I'm going to pay the notes on this." But typically you'd be like, okay, well, they're a co-signer or they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody gives me a gift and they're still paying on it, my reaction would be, well, I just kind of feel like you need to have this in your name. And then if you decide you don't want to pay for it or we break
Yeah,
up,
then that's on you.
You
Yeah.
take it back or
There's
whatever you want to
always
do. But I
around
don't
that.
want to be financially responsible for a gift.
Yeah,
At any
no,
point.
period.
There's
So-
Pay it
always
off and
ways
then
around
give me the pink slip. Like, get out of here.
Yeah,
you
like
need my
that's,
credit. You need my credit to get this car, cousin.
that's not a
There's power of
gift.
attorney.
That's not a gift.
That's not a gift, right? But if you're saying you're gonna
You
pay
just
these notes,
came
like
car
what
shopping
I'm
with
getting at
me.
is there's all type of ways to legally make sure that this happens. Like you said, some shit ain't right. You can still go ahead and then credit this note, my nigga, because that's what you said your part was. So yeah,
Right.
Listen,
Right.
Graham. Again, I got abandonment issues, Graham. I get it, but nah.
But to lie to your lot of your new wife, like to lie to your new wife, like that is real motherfucking crazy. You knew off rip that lady ain't paid for the goddamn cars outright. That's
a lot of my chick who been in the trenches with me, even though we moved fast over some chick who willfully said, I Googled you, that's how I found you. So bitch, you could have been did this. So for 45 years, like for real, like yeah, you gotta use common sense, bro. You flipped on your whole situation for a chick who willfully gave you up and didn't want shit to do with you for 45 years.
Right.
So at this point, Heather was like, yo, Miss Mama's a scamming. Like Heather was like, I was on the fence before, I'm 100% now. So she calls Juan. This is when she calls Juan, and Juan was like, oh girl, yeah, she absolutely is a scammer. She tried to like shake me down. Juan's like, yeah, so glad you finally called. And Heather's like, look, my own husband won't listen to me. I need you, his friend, to talk some sense into him because my pussy is apparently not good enough to make him see the light.
I mean, we laughing, but for real, like
I'm just saying, like you married to the man, you sleeping with the man, you having his baby, and he just nothing, like no, just nothing you're saying is registering to where you have to call in a man that lives in a completely other country that he sees rarely, if ever, because
who
they don't got no money to go to Switzerland because everyone's a pastry chef, so. You got to enlist a nigga he sees. Not a nigga because he's not, but you have to enlist somebody that he sees once a year, maybe. Like,
and you got to buy into the fact that they're only seeing each other now because his mom is strong arm in the situation and keeping him away from you. It's the only reason he's seeing his homeboy. So like, yeah, that's
basically she's holding this man hostage at this hotel.
Yeah, your pussy got to be pretty trash. Yeah.
So, don't put that on her. It's just that he just.
No, I'm just answering the question that VJ led with. How trash do your pussy got to be? We got to give it a buzz. I had your kid.
It would make me question. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, I would have some concern because it's it's not her fault, but it was just like, what in me is making you?
What's really going on? Yeah.
What? How did we get here?
Facts.
This is a lot. Okay.
Too much.
So then this is when we find out that, again, that Dion is telling everybody that Graham is basically swindling her. She is making Graham sound like a horrible person who's swindling her, who's taking all her money. And at this point, Heather's like, fuck this. Like, we gonna have to get in the trenches. I'm finna get on the computer in my hands and this phone and this computer and this tablet, and we gonna make it match up. So she finds out that Dion has 1,000 aliases, was how we find out her name is also Teresa and several other things. She's been married 3 times. Now, in the first marriage, she says she was born in 1940. So then by the second marriage, she says she's born in 1950. And then on all these marriage certificates, she lists 3 different people as her dad.
Girl. Now, none of them the ex-sultan of Brunei.
Nada.
Do you? So when you put that your daddy is the Sultan of Brunei, do you like just put that on the birth certificate like ex-Sultan of Brunei?
Absolutely.
Like
I would say Brunei, ex-sultan of like.
Okay, yeah, like his last name is Brunei, like royal Brunei, royal. ex-Sultan Brunei royal family or something. Like
we use acronyms and shit. Just
I don't know.
That
Like
nigga.
right.
yeah, so she's got a lot going on. So Juan like meets up with Graham. Is like, here, we finna go have some wine that I can afford, but we're gonna have it in the bar away from your mama. Not no champagne. We just gonna have regular wine that I can pay for, like with my money.
Regular $25 a bottle.
Yeah,
That's
like
fine.
I just need something from the bar, whatever the house wine is. We're not doing nothing crazy. So they get 2 bottles of wine. They spend a cute $40. That Dion was begging for back at the table. The same 40. They spent it on wine. And basically Juan tells Graham like, hey, I hate to be the one to tell you, but your mama is like a fake ass bitch. Like she fake. All this is phony. Like whatever. So then. Maybe it was drinking some $20 wine. It made Graham snap back to reality. Maybe all the champagne was like clouding his judgment.
He's back on his level now.
Yeah, like now he's snapped out of it, and so he's in the hotel room digging through the drawers and stuff, and he finds a bottle of red food.
You blanked out a little bit. I don't think everybody heard you.
He's digging in the drawers in the hotel. He finds a bottle of red food coloring and keep it. So then he flashes back and he's like, oh shit, why would you need a bottle of red food coloring? Was it to put it in the toilet and pretend you had blood in your urine so that I would feel sorry for you?
Yeah.
And he asks her this, and then she's like, nigga, what I look like putting red food dye in the fucking toilet? It was giving Rick James. Like
real Rick James shit.
Yeah, she was very upset. She was very pissed off that he even brought it up. And then she's telling him that it's like a medication and he doesn't understand. And she's taking it as medicine. Right. I just want to just say now that there's no medical application for food coloring. Just in case anybody was going to Google it, it's not. It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything.
And if you was taking it for medication, bitch, that bottle would have been halfway done.
The same ass bottle? Yeah, he knew. Like he knew.
He's talking about a nigga who family ate red dirt coming up, people from the 6. Okay, if they can clinically prove that red dirt got some good to you, and red motherfucking dye don't come out, cause like Graham.
he just didn't know. Yeah, so then he's looking through her medications and he Googles it and she's just got like the old bitch cocktail of meds, like a cholesterol pill, a blood pressure pill, probably a fluid pill. Like she got pills, but she got regular old bitch pills. Like she don't got cancer.
No cancer pill.
I mean, I say that very lovingly because my mom is like 64, like so she's got a bevy of health issues, and so we're on a cocktail. She's got like 6 or 7 pills she's taking a day, so I get it. She's got a whole little fucking cosmetic train case of pills, but she don't got cancer.
She had 5 cancers like Berman. Like Berman. And not one cancer pill, not one.
Yeah, it's not hard to
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
just none of the little pill, nothing in the pill minder is for cancer.
You ain't got a cancer shot back.
She's raw dogging the fuck out of cancer.
She's just raw dogging it.
She's raw dogging the fuck out of 5 cancers, just living. She ain't never had to go on hospice. She ain't never had to have no chemo. She ain't never had no radiation. It was just very wild.
There's a lot of food in that wheelchair. That's it. There's a lot of food, expensive clothes in that fucking wheelchair.
So basically, Heather calls the police. Like in the UK, is like, hey, she's defrauding everybody, and they laugh. They're like, yeah, girl, that's his mom. We can't really do anything about that. Are you even sure that's his mom?
Look at her. She's so damn old. Like
she can't. Like that's not a scheme. That's not fraud. She's not frauding anybody. It just sounds like he gave his mom money. And then they were like, "Oh, you sure that's his mom?"
Right.
Oh my god. So finally,
did anybody fact check this?
So then finally Ping is like, hey girl, we've given you at this point $150,000. We need to know when we're going to get our investment.
What's happening here? Yes. And so he goes out. He at this point, he fucking is like, I'm going to go to the source. And he's like, dear Sultan of Brunei, like, is this your kid? Like, do you know this lady? And then their office comes back with like, Unfortunately, we don't have no record of anybody under any of these names, and we don't know her, girl. And good luck, though.
Yeah, so that's when he found out he was
that bitch
not
scammed
getting
me.
his money back. And keep in mind, at this
Yeah.
point, like they've left Switzerland, no papers got signed. She buys, she
Right.
gets an apartment in London. She's like living down by the River Thames, having a grand old time in the baddest bitch apartment you can imagine.
Right.
Doing the money spread on her arms in the pictures. And it was absolutely with $150,000 these people gave her. She took that money and then booked it back to London. So at this point, everyone's not getting any money.
Yes.
The thing about that is,
I'm sorry, I don't think that we mentioned this one thing. So remember when she first came to meet Graham and she was staying at a nice place and stuff like that, where she got that money from? So she had a whole scam in Indonesia where she was having the Muslim people of Indonesia give her money in order to like get passage to Raj, which I'm assuming is like their like Mecca, right? Like it's like a holy land or something like that.
Holy celebration, and she was supposed to be like a travel agent to get these people there for cheaper and plan everything so that they could go enjoy their holy celebration.
And she literally just took their money and then found her son. Like that's literally what happened. And we're talking about like money.
Yeah.
Like bread.
Like why she was able to, yeah.
Like money to the point where I don't even think that she needed to milk Graham the way that she milks him. Money.
She didn't, and that's the sad part. If y'all remember, Graham said, "Yo, she was doing this so much that if it wasn't for COVID, I don't think I still would know my mom." He says that, like, "Yo, tourism slowed down, people were shut down, so she couldn't just be out here conning anybody because there was nobody to con." So
yeah, so she was stuck in London, no one to con, and so that's when she decided, well, I'll contact him and see if I can con him. So at this point, guys, the UK police are like, "Did you even make sure this is your mom?" So Graham is like, "Hey, girl, we're in this $300,000. Could we take a DNA test?" Comes back, that's absolutely his mama. And I was,
and that honestly, this was the part that killed me so bad because like you lied about all this other stuff. So when we get to this point, I'm praying low key that this is not his real mom. Because like, girl, why?
Because you feel like she's a con artist, and you're like, you are a shitty person, but you conned me as a stranger, made me believe you were my mom, and you were able to get over. And you would be like, okay, well, that's what a con person does.
That's what the con was. Yeah,
that's the con. Right. That's what people do. And I'd have been like, it's real fucked up, but like, hey, girl, hats off to you. You got me good. And instead, he has to be like, this is my shiftless, feckless, whack ass mama for real.
Like for real. Like that's literally your mama.
Got down on me because like you said, good credit. Just got married, just had a kid, life going good. You well respected in the pastry business. And
that shit was so heartbreaking to me when he read that shit that he was absolutely positively the spawn of that lady.
Yeah.
So she's been doing this for like 40 years, guys. Like she's 60. She's been doing this since she was like 20, like scamming, shoplifting. Like she is true to this, not new to it.
That's how they did. Remember they Google, they find out once they get her real names, her ultimate or her aliases, they find out by researching her. They find old news clippings of times she's been arrested, times she, how long she was in jail for this shit. And they just find out that like, that Slim is truly the worst piece of shit on earth. Like, you do that to your kids, like.
So basically, she ghosts everybody. The DNA test comes. They do the DNA test in the hotel. She ghosts everybody. Bitch gets ghost. Don't return nobody phone calls. Don't pay nobody their investments. Just fuck Graham. Fuck everybody.
Yep. She goes back to Malaysia.
Then pops up a year later and like video calls Graham and is like, "Hey, son, I love you so much.
Hey, son, I love you so much. Sorry for what happened." Like she fucking she broke his fucking coffee table. Like, sorry for what happened.
So then he just hangs up on her and like doesn't talk to her again, which finally, good for you, because like that's crazy.
But bitch, at what cost? Like his wife live in New Zealand with his kid. It looks like he does not see them very often. Like at what
You can't
cost?
afford
Like
to.
I'm going to Malaysia and beating that bitch up. Like
Dog, listen.
And I think they do try to reconcile at some point, but she doesn't. She kind of does not say this, but what she is getting at basically is that she had no support in the UK, and this man left her high and dry for 6.5 months. And if a motherfucker can do you like that, it shifts some perspective. And she was like, I got to take care of this kid. You obviously cannot help with that. I'm gonna stay where I have family and people to support me. So she's never.
I don't fucking blame her. I don't blame her.
No, I don't blame her at all.
You literally went on a fucking Toad's Wild Adventure, like with a bitch that you barely knew. Like what else? What else can I expect? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, cause you living. I get it. You miss your mama. I get it. She back in your life, but you living like you 12 years old. Like you just going on Christmas vacation.
Bring your bitch ass home, nigga.
Yeah, nigga. Like what the fuck? But
yeah. Well, yeah, that's pretty much.
That was Con Mom.
That's basically Con Mom, guys. It's on Netflix. We ran about maybe 10 or 12 minutes longer than the actual documentary because, you know, that's how Black people are. But you can find it on Netflix. It's a very, very good watch. Like we said earlier, it gives vibes of like Tinder Swindler meets Anna Delvey. It's a wild fucking ride. And even though we told you that you're going to find out later that his mother is actually his mother, it's still going to fucking hit you like a ton of bricks. Like, I promise you.
Also, like, so Graham does not get any of this money back. No charges are pressed.
Oh,
no. Nobody gets shit back.
Oh, but before I forget and before we leave, so I will just say, a bit of outside information. So nobody that appears in the actual documentary for any frauds that were perpetrated pressed charges or were able to recoup any losses, right? But some people saw the documentary that she had defrauded other places, and then they banded together and went to the authorities in Singapore. So as of this month, she's actually being charged with 5 counts of fraud and could spend actually.
Let's fucking go.
So as of April 7th, there's been no other court date set, but she did appear in court over video link from a hospital bed. So she is pretending.
Oh, because you know the third cancer is acting up. Like,
yes, so she's pretending to be sick, but she actually has actually being charged with fraud in Singapore and could spend 20 years in jail. So
you know how fucked up.
Love to see it.
How fucked up of a feeling you gotta have to just know. Had I never looked for this nigga, I'd be okay. Like, listen. Like, you was wrong for doing what you did, but now you facing all of this count. You got away with this shit for years. And you tried to do your
kept getting away, and she just did not try to defraud her own son, girl. Like,
fucking kid. Yeah, bitch. Like, you can't be that down bad, but whatever.
There you go. There's the takeaway. Don't defraud your own son.
There you go.
I mean, try your hardest at least. Anyway, Piero, can you tell everybody where they can find you when we're not here having fun at
we're not here laughing at your detrimental life. You can find me everywhere at Penrose Eames, Twitter, IG. You wanna do something serious with me? Hit me up at Platinum Pod Editing. That's where you can book me at. Always, find me on the All Docked Up page and shit. Probably somewhere being your mama's favorite poet. So
period. VJ.
I'm everywhere at BJ_Burton. If you'd like to buy a cup or a mug or something special, you can also find me on Etsy. The store's name is Handmade by BJ.
Wonderful. When I'm not here, you guys can catch me on 420 in Vegas podcast. That's at 420 in Vegas podcast on IG. Search it on all of the places that you listen to podcasts and check that out. Also at KOD Nails if you need any. That's it, guys. I'm losing light, so we got to wrap it up. But thank you guys.
Videos. Tell your mama to
Bye, guys. This is All Docked Up. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.
Bye.